Hi friends, this is Sarvijay here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today I am going to discuss about the topic QoS classification and marking. So what is a QoS? QoS is a quality of service which is used to prioritize the traffic. So for that prioritization, first I need to organize and classify the traffic into groups. Then I will perform the marking. So marking can be done at either layer 2 or layer 3. So the layer 2 done at the frame level, what we called as a class of service, and layer 3 marking done at the packet level, what we called as a type of service. So these are the two types of marking. So why marking is mainly used to prioritize the traffic. So as you know, we'll transport several types of traffic like TCP, UDP, or it can be a voice, or it can be a video, or it can be any application related traffic. So if we want to prioritize any specific traffic, then I have to perform the marking. So that is the purpose of marking. So prior to that, I'm just classifying the traffic, then I'm performing the marking. And third thing, after performing the marking, I will apply to that interface level. So there are three categories we'll do. First thing is for traffic classification, we'll configure using the class map command. For applying the level of service, we'll use a policy map. And after that, after performing the marking, we'll apply to the interface using the service policy command. So these are the three key points you have to keep it in mind. So let us now go to the configuration. R1 and R2, I already defined these directly connected interfaces. So what is the plan is, let us go to R2 and I'm going to create a telnet traffic first. So okay, using a class map, I'm going to create a telnet. Then after that to the policy map, I'll map that class name and I'm going to apply the level of service. After that, I'm going to apply to the interface. So let us now go one by one. Let us go to R2 and go to the configuration mode. Let us create a class map. So class map name is telnet. Let us make it as telnet match. Let us create an access list for this. Match access group name telnet, right? Let us make it as telnet. So now I'm going to create an access list. IP access list extended. Let us make it as telnet, right? Then let us give a permit statement. Permit. So permit TCP any sources any destination any equivalent telnet protocol. So this since it works in TCP, I'm using permit TCP any source and destination then telnet. So once I created the class map, I'm going to map that class map to the policy name. So second thing is I have to create a policy map. So policy map followed by the policy name. Let us make it as police. Then let us map the class. Class name is telnet, right? So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the marking. So before the marking, I want to show you one thing. So these are the type of marking. This we call it as a precedence marking. So the first three bits we call it as a precedence marking. So each and every type of marking that it is designated for a specific application. So if it is a best effort forwarding, the type is routing, and medium priority, the type is priority, high priority forwarding, and the type is immediate, right? So these are the specific application. There is a specific forwarding types, right? So this is a forwarding type, and this we call it as a precedence. So this is a precedence marking. The first three bits is called as a precedence, and after that they again redesign that into a DSCP, what we call it as a differentiated services code point. So differentiated services code point, the first six bits we call it as a DSCP marking, right? So this is a precedence marking. And also keep it in mind, both the precedence and the DCP marking performed at the layer 3, that at the packet level. So this is a packet level marking I'm going to do. So I have done this policy map, class telnet, then let us set the precedence. This is a layer 3 marking. Let us set the precedence. So based on the priority, based on the application, what I'm going to designate, I can set the precedence level. So let us make the precedence as high. So that means I'm going to high priority forwarding. I'm going to set this value. So this value is 2, right? High priority forwarding. Let us set it as set precedence 2. So I'm done with the marking. Now I'm going to apply to the interface. Interface is fast Ethernet 1 by 0, right? So let us go to configuration mode. Interface fast Ethernet 1 by 0. So then let us create a service policy. Service policy, then I'm going to create the bound, inbound or it is a outbound. So I'm going to create for a R2 inbound. Y means I'm going to initiate a telnet traffic from R1 to R2. So I'm going to create a telnet for this R2 telnet commands. So R1 I'm going to telnet to R2. So let us make it as inbound. So that's the reason service policy input. Then we have to create the interface. First, create the policy name. So the policy name is police, right? So POLIS. Then after that, let us create the telnet command. So now let us view the policy map. Show policy map followed by the interface, then followed by the fast ethernet 1/0. So now you can see the crash map created telnet and there is no packets or matching because still I have not done any specific telnet traffic. I have not initiated any telnet traffic from R1 to R2, right? So that is the reason you are not able to see the packets marked. So this packet should be stated as marked after initiating the traffic. So first of all, let us configure the commands for telnet. So line VTY04 password is Cisco login. Then I have to create the username and password. So the username will make it as Cisco and the password is Cisco. Then we'll create the enable secret password. So these are the mandatory for R1 to initiate telnet to R2. So enable secret will make it as Cisco. So I have done with the configuration. So now let us initiate the traffic from R1 to R2. So telnet 192.168.1.2. It will ask for the prompt for the password. Let us enter the password. Enable. Let us enter the password. So now you can see the packets marking. So now let us do the show policy map. It will show all the things. Service policy is input. So this is the service policy we apply to this interface, followed by the class map. So it is matching 33 packets. And also you can see the packet marked is 33 packets are marked with the precedence level 2. That is for designated for high priority forwarding and the traffic is telnet traffic. I hope you understood. So the second thing, let us create one more class map for ICMP traffic. So let us go to R2. Go to the configuration mode. So class map name will make it as ICMP. Then match protocol. So match protocol command is that. Let us make it as ICMP, right? So now I'm going to do configuration mode. Policy map is, let us make it as police1. Let us match it. We have to map the class name. Class name is ICMP, right? Now let us set the marking. Let us set the marking is, so let us see set DSCP. So let us make it a set DSCP, then followed by the priority level. So DSCP already told the first 6 bits identify the DSCP marking, right? So this is there are several things. So 0 is the default forwarding, just like precedence. After this precedence, they have defined this, they have redesigned the DSCP. So DSCP is the first 6 bits identify the DSCP marking. So first is assured forwarding, AF is assured forwarding, and this is the class. And the last one is a drop precedence. So these are the ways we can designate it for this DSCP marking. So now what we can do, let us do the DSCP marking. So always highest class will get the better treatment. So if it is AF4, so this 4 will always get the better treatment. So because this is the highest class, right? So lowest class, we always assign the highest class. So 4 is for better treatment. So 3 is for drop precedence. So this I already explained in my previous video. You can also refer that. So set DSCP by making this AF43. Okay. So I have done with this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign to this interface. So go to the configuration mode. So interface fast Ethernet 1/0. No service policy input police. Then let us make it as police1. So now let us view the configuration. So policy map interface fast Ethernet 1/0. The service policy police1 and the class is ICMP. So still it is not marked. Why means still it is not marked with the DSCP marking. So even the DSCP is designated for layer 3 marking. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to initiate a ping from R1 to R2. So let us do a ping. So that's the ICMP packet, right? 192.168.1.2. Let us repeat the counters. Let us give 100 packets. So I'm giving a continuous ping now. Let us see the packets marked. Show policy map interface. You are able to see there are 100 packets marked with the DSCP marking AF43. So this AF43 is nothing but each and every marking will do there is a several marking like AF assured forwarding. So class 0 is for default forwarding and class 5 is an expeditive forwarding. That is the highest class of service will get a better treatment. So between that 0 to 4, we'll call it as a assured forwarding. So the 4 is for class name, there's a class 4, and 3 is for drop precedence, right? So the packets marked, there are 100 packets marked with this corresponding layer 3 marking. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.